Hello, I'm Roger Laynott and I'm the Director General of the Milking Equipment Association. That's the independent organisation that looks after the manufacturers, distributors and suppliers of milking equipment. We're here at Two Pools Farm today in Iron Acton, the home of farmer Michael King and his 350 marvellous Holstein cattle. And I'm here today to talk to you about Parlour Safe. Parlour Safe is a new accreditation scheme which is designed to ensure that the technicians who come and install, repair and maintain your milking equipment are of a qualified standard and that you can trust, and that to make sure that those guys really know how to do the job properly. We're suffering from a lack of technicians in the industry, but we need to continue to try and provide a situation where there is a proper career for young people coming into the industry, particularly on the technical side. To help with that, the MEA is producing a new accreditation scheme called Parlour Safe, and an analogy to that is Gas Safe in the gas industry. And the aim is to raise the level of quality of technicians, both installing, maintaining and repairing your milking equipment. The Parlour Safe scheme is designed in 4 levels, from Category 1 at the bottom up to Category 4 or a Master Technician. This is important because throughout those levels we will continue to train people to get to the highest level to meet legislation and health and safety requirements. Again, this is helping your bottom line to produce, we hope, more milk, more quality milk, and to make sure that your machinery works throughout the period you wish. We're working in partnership with Reseath College and they are actually doing most of the training of the 32 modules. So Parlour Safe, very important for the industry, and we want you, the farmers, to get behind this and ask your dealers, please, ask your dealers, can I have a Parlour Safe technician? That way you will know that you've got somebody who's properly qualified, who will look after your machinery in the proper manner to make sure that your bottom line is not affected. Michael, how important is parlour maintenance to you?
It's very important, Roger. It's about the health of the cows and making sure the equipment is up to standard, and it really, it does make sure that you're getting the most out of your bottom line.
From your point of view, is Parlour Safe a positive step forward?
Yeah, absolutely, because it's given us a recognised industry standard which everybody can make sure they're adhering to, and obviously it's giving a reassurance down the line to the end user, whether that be the dairies or the supermarkets.
So what are the main animal health issues that affect you when considering milking equipment?
There'd be 2. Would be mastitis mainly, and also teat end damage as well, because obviously we know a case of mastitis in the industry is costing us in excess of £240 a case, so obviously we want to really reduce and make sure we don't get that in our dairy herds. I would say Parlour Safe is now going to be the recognised standard that we really all look to be getting our parlours serviced and maintained to that standard, and making sure that that becomes the benchmark for the industry going forward.
I've now come to speak to Mr. Roger Blowy, the distinguished vet who's been in the business, Roger, for over 40 years,
right, sir,
and spends most of his time in the dairy area. So Roger, in your experience, how does poor milking equipment affect animal health?
Probably in 3 separate ways. First of all, the milking equipment acts as a vector. So in other words, the infection can be spread from cow to cow during the milking process by means of contact with the liners and things like that. That'll be the first thing. The second effect that it will have is that there is a risk that the milking machine will produce teat end damage. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody knows that the infection comes in through the teat canal, and the teat canal has some really important physical properties keeping the infection out. As soon as that teat canal becomes damaged, then there's going to be an increased risk of mastitis. And I suppose the third effect of the milking machine then will be the creation of impact forces. In other words, the machine can can actually push infection up through. Probably the best example of that will be to take this milking machine cluster that I've got here, like this. So my fingers are the 4 teats, and obviously to get milk to flow, the teats have to be under vacuum. As soon as one liner starts to slip, then air will leak in through here. Because the others are under vacuum, you hear that characteristic noise. Air shoots in through there, can go through the claw up and hit the other teat end. So those are really the 3 major ways in which the machine can influence mastitis and therefore animal health.
So have you encountered any instances when better maintenance could have prevented serious animal health problems and diseases?
Oh yeah, goodness, yes. Lots and lots. Because even, of course, the application of your teat disinfectant will have an impact on mastitis. You asked me for some examples. Probably one of them is certainly the liner being pulled off the teat while the machine is still under vacuum, and you'll see cows getting uncomfortable and kicking, and if it's pulled off like that, that will produce teat end damage. Some more examples, certainly inadequate vacuum reserve. I know a local farm a couple of years ago had a split in the main vacuum line. So although the pump had plenty of reserve, because air was leaking into the plant, there wasn't enough reserve at the teat end, and as a consequence that was leading to a lot of liner slip, and liner slip impact forces mastitis. That would be another one. Yeah, and a whole range of things like that. Yes.
Do you believe that Parlour Safe, our new accreditation scheme, is really needed? And what sort of impact do you think it will have on the industry? And would you encourage farmers to try and call for Parlour Safe technicians to come and work on their equipment?
Answering the last one first, which is the crunch, yes, definitely yes. I think it's important for all of us, whether it be the vet or the milking machine engineer or the farmer, we all need to have this whole animal approach. We need to understand what it is that produces mastitis, how a new case of mastitis is caused. We need to understand this interaction between the milking machine, between the cow and the infection. With the Parlour Safe scheme, the qualified people, as they go to the farm, they won't be just looking at the milking machine, they will have a really good understanding of and appreciation of how that machine interacts with the cow and with the infection. And as a consequence, hopefully the client, which is either the farmer or the cow, won't be sending samples in here. It's got to be better to have somebody who has this whole animal appreciation of what's going on. But there can be no doubt that a full understanding of the disease is going to be better. This is certainly what we teach farmers. They need to know every aspect, the vet bit, the cow bit, the environment bit, and the machine bit, and then it all comes together.
So we're asking you, the farmer, to please insist on a Parlour Safe technician to look after your equipment.